What is going on, everybody? We are back to this grading mesh tutorial. This is episode 39, and last episode we finally finished pretty much the lips. I just have to blend the exterior edges with the face layer, and let's get started. So I briefly spoke about this in another episode, but I'm just going to bring it up again. If we take a look at the actual image of the lips, so let's hide everything and just look at our general lips image. If this was real life, right here, see how the edge gets sharper? That's because the lips are elevated above this part of the chin. Same thing with over here. Now, any part that is elevated above the face is going to look a little sharper, simply like we did with the nose here. This is elevated above the face. The cheek is behind it, so we wanted to create that little bit of a sharp edge to identify that there is almost like a depth perception effect going on there. Same thing with the lips. Now we have to blend. We still want the edge to be feathered, because if we zoom all the way in real life there are no super hard edges. There is still a general small blend here, but we can clearly identify where the edge is. And that's what I'm trying to get at the point across here, is that we need to be able to clearly identify where is the drop-off point of the chin. And to do that, we need to work the edges of the face and the lips to blend now, just like any other shape we've done. And we're going to start off first by fixing at least this little part on the face here. I think there's a little bit of a highlight here that isn't supposed to be. Let me just double check. Definitely not supposed to be there. I'm just going to darken this up, just give it a little bit better of a look here. Okay, let me just darken it up again a little bit. Let me do a little blend to the right. We have a little bit of darker shades to the right, so let me match that a little bit. I don't really know why this little gray tone is there, but let me match that. Okay. All right, so now that we have this face layer corrected, let me go back to the lip layer, and I'm just gonna go redo my edge points here, because I've done a lot of editing to the face thus far, and I'm gonna go around the entire edge, and I'm gonna reselect the next closest color to the face. So let me just do this quick. So we're just gonna take every point, and we're gonna take our eyedropper tool after we select it, and just select the closest color that's on the face. Now, we've already done this before, but we made some edits to the face and we made some edits to this layer. So I just want to do a quick little vamp to it and see what different results we can start out with. Then we can start dropping opacities, and that's going to really start adding to the blend effect here. I know we're probably going to have to drop the opacity of this edge point by 100. We may have to drop the inner point here, this inner line, by 50%. So then we have a little bit of a transition between completely invisible and completely opaque. Okay, I'm just going to match these points here. You can see we're definitely getting some color change here because we've done a lot of work here. So this is good that we're going back over it and reselecting some color, because this is going to really dictate, other than the opacity, how smooth of a transition we're going to see. Alright, so we made it all the way around the lips, and we could definitely see we have a little bit of a feathered edge here because we did a little bit of color matching. And that's a good start, just like always, but we need to lower the opacity of some edge points here because we need a little bit of a finer blend. At least I would like a little bit of a finer blend. It looks pretty good right now, but I'm a little picky with the drawing. So what we're going to do is take the same edge points, just fill the color in. Let's just start with this point right here, and we're going to take it and we're going to drop it to 0%. And we're going to see how that changed that blend. You see how that just blended in? We're going to go around the whole edge, and we are going to drop every point on the edge to 0. And unless I see a spot otherwise that looks bad when I drop it, then I either have to fix the face layer under it, or I have to change the opacity away from 0 and see if a different number works, or if just 100% might work best. But the thing is, with the 0 to 100, you can clearly see where this is 0. You can't really see a line here, and then you can kind of start to see that sharpness come out. You see that sharpness? And then once we get to 0, you can kind of lose that sharpness over here. But, you know, I think it could still maybe blend a little bit better. So if I were to, let's say, take these points and make them 50, You can see how big of a drastic change that makes. Now, I don't necessarily want to do that, over there at least, but in some areas we might need to do that, where the edge might be a little finer and we need a little bit more support from the inner points to create a better look for blending. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself here, so let's go across the edge here and make all our points 0. And we're just keeping our eyes open for any other ugly colors that are going to shine through from the face layer, because we have to remember this is covering a sloppy portion of the face layer, and we just want to make sure that we are not going to have any errors seeing through. So now that I'm right here, now that I'm over here, let me just fix these points over here, like these couple points, because there's a really hard edge on this one. But when it comes to the points coming up to the right, I think I'm gonna leave this kind of edge here, but I have to get rid of this glow. Like, you see this highlight that's coming in from the face layer, whatever this is, it needs to go. There should be more of a shadow there. Maybe a little bit of highlight over here, but it definitely should start to get darker as it comes around here. Since our light source is from the right, there should be a little bit of shadow up on the lip, because this is going to be covering and casting a shadow right here. And on the image, it also does not have a highlight. So let me just go into here and take these points. I'm going to try and blend it a little bit with just a little bit of a darker tone on the face. So maybe we can get like something like that. And then, actually, you know what? I think these highlights, other than that I just fixed, are coming from the lip layer. So let me go into the lip layer here, and let me just soften these edges up. They're a little too bright, you know? They can't be this bright. I don't believe the lip has a nice highlight here. Let me check. Yeah, I don't really see a highlight there, nor do I think there was going to be one. So let me bring back the face layer here. And let me start decreasing the brightness of this spot by matching the color that's right under it, because we have some darkness. So let me pull that color, because we need to blend it anyway. We can't have it looking harsh. We want to keep the blending consistency just like our other tutorial episodes before this. But I just want to darken that spot up. I think it just shouldn't be this bright. Okay, definitely looking better. Let me blend rightward now, because I think all the edge points are a little bit off when it comes to blending together. They may be blending to the points downward, but I want them also to be blending with each other. Okay, I'm gonna start blending these point colors to the left here, getting rid of this weird highlight that I got. And we could probably leave that. Now I have a highlight coming from the face layer under here. I think it's from these points, should be. Yep. And see, now that looks a lot nicer. I'm gonna leave that. So let's go and completely finish the rest of our edges on this lip. Let me just fix this part actually. I don't really like how this little bump is. Alright, so let's fix the rest of the edges. Now, I like the way this looks. I'm going to keep this edge here. I am going to slightly match it to this color. I like the way this hard edge actually looks over here. I think I'm going to take this point, that some of these points are 0 over here. Something's going on here. So I'm actually going to take these points that are matched orange a little bit, and I'm going to just slightly match them to the right and try and pull some of that color that I have going on at the top of the lip. So I kind of want them to be a mixture between an edge of the lip and skin color, because it kind of blends together there. And you see how it kind of got a little bit of that edge back. I think that's looking much nicer. I'm liking what else I have up the top here. Okay, and let me go back over here And let me go to the right now. We're gonna start going, lowering opacity around the right side. And let me start lowering our opacity in the right direction, starting from our starting point. In this case, because these points are right next to each other, they're really close, I'm gonna take them both and make them 0. Same thing with this whole row here. All these points, I'm gonna make 0, at least over here. You know, I might not do that coming up. See, like I think on this one, I'm gonna make this guy, the next one, not the top point, just the bottom point 0. Now I wanna bring back that edge a little bit. I think I'm actually gonna take my latest upper point that I made 0 and make that 50 again. Same thing with this one, actually. I just wanna bring back a little bit of that line. I don't wanna have too much of a harsh point there, and I think that looks much better. So let's keep going. While I'm here, I'm just gonna fix this little spot on the face layer. I found this point. I don't know why it's kind of pointy. You can see that, right? I don't know what's going on. All right, let's go back to doing the ellipse here. Let me bring back my layer. Okay, where did we leave off? Let's see if we could see it. So this looks like where we left off, 0. Yep. Okay. Let's keep going down the line. All right, so now that we start to get towards this part, I'm gonna stop lowering the opacity of this edge because I want this edge to be pretty profound, because like we said before, there's some depth here, and because it drops and it's not really attached at the skin right here, I want there to be a little bit more of a harsh edge so we can depict that edge. So I'm just gonna skip to the right here, but before I do that, I just see a little weird color error on here on the face layer. So let me go back. I think it's with this point. Yeah, I think it was there's just something green going on over here. I don't know what it is. I'm not really a fan. All right, so that's looking pretty good. Let me head back to my lip layer to the right side where I have yet to touch it. And let me go back to where it starts to touch the skin and start blending that edge a little bit more, just so we get that perfect edge that I'm looking for. I'm gonna hide these shapes that I have grouped here just so I don't click it, because I'm about to. Actually, you know what? Let me just move this guy to the side because it's not even on the lips, and it should be. There we go. All right, where are we up to? Gonna hide this guys again. I forgot to hide it again. Okay. That's where we are. Nope. Next one. Yep. Alright, so I am pretty happy with that blending, but let me just fix this weird little highlight that I got here because I'm crazy. Alright, let's see. I think that's good. I'm liking everything I see. Let me show those details back, give it a save. And for the most part, I mean, I think I got a very pretty set of lips here. The only thing I'm gonna do is quickly blend a little bit more, just this line. Just gonna blend to the right. Just the last minute touches, don't worry. Here we go. Yeah, I think that cleaned up that left side a little bit. Let me save. And I mean, guys, that is the lips. We have done it. After episode after episode after episode, we have finally finished the lips to my satisfaction, and I am very happy. I am honestly just amazed we are here because I felt like I was in some sort of deja vu time loop with doing those lips, but I am finally happy. I'm so happy. Oh, I can't even express myself. Anyway, I know this might have been a little bit of a short of an episode, but it's not like you don't have the next episode to watch. So since we just finished the lips, I think before we even get into the eyebrows, we are just going to close out this episode here and divide it. And guess what? Next episode is episode 40. So episode 40 begins the start of drawing hair, and we're going to show you how we start doing that. And after we do the eyebrows and we do the hair after that, we're just going to do the neck. And then we're pretty much into small touch-up phase, and that's going to be at most 2 episodes, I think. I would say at most 2 episodes, because we're going to have to do some glitter makeup, and we are almost there. Just keep it up. We can do this. I can do this. And most importantly, the internet can do this. Thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you're learning. I hope you're getting this drawing really nailed down, because this is no easy task, and if you can do this, you can draw anything. My name is Mark DiMattei. You can find me on Instagram at markdarts. That's MARKD_ARTS. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this video and my channel. Any comment or feedback I get would be awesome. Anything would be awesome. Episode 40 coming for you guys. Eyebrows are next. I'll see you guys in the next one.